Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe if you love the content that I'm putting through to you. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a foundation review. I'm going to be reviewing the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation. If you are keen on seeing that type of video, and if you're looking to purchase a new foundation and you would like to see what I personally think about this foundation, then definitely do stay tuned. So a funny thing just happened. I was actually recording and I hadn't pressed record, so I was basically speaking to myself this whole time. Guys, this YouTube thing is a bit frustrating sometimes, but anyway, we're gonna try that again. Whoa, jeez, wow. Let me recover. Whew. Okay, let's try that again. So I had gone on the Maybelline website to sort of check out the claims of the foundation. I tried going on the .co.za website and I didn't actually find this foundation on there, so I opted to go on the .com website and I found something about what the foundation is all about. And this is what is said on the website about the foundation. They say that the foundation delivers 24-hour wear for concentrated coverage and a flawless finish that doesn't fade or shift all day. It further says that the lightweight yet high impact coverage formula glides onto the skin for a flawless makeup finish that lasts all day. Oil free, doesn't clog pores, and dermatologist tested. There are 4 things that I'm basically picking up. It's lightweight, gives you a flawless finish, full coverage, and it is also long lasting. So those are the 4 claims that we're going to be testing today. On the website I did pick up that they have about 15 or so shades. It is still not a diverse range of shades, to be quite honest. Particularly in South Africa, I don't even think you will get all the shades in South Africa, because when they launched this foundation, they basically launched only 1 shade, and I think it's the shade that I have today. But gradually over time they've added, you know, more and more shades. I've seen more shades in store. I will get straight into the actual makeup application at this point. Like I said, I'd already applied my primer, and what I was saying is that I will always apply primer if I am going to be doing a foundation review, mainly because I will never wear a foundation without wearing a primer, so it makes no sense for me to review it without a primer, you know. And I'm always encouraging people to wear primer, especially if you have oily skin. I personally don't have oily skin, so I can literally get away with wearing a foundation without a primer, but I choose not to do that. So if you have oily skin and you're not putting on a primer, you're playing yourself and you need to stop that. And I'm going to go straight into the actual application of the foundation. Like I said, this is how it looks like. It is actually a step up to a foundation that already existed within the Maybelline range. I had actually purchased this foundation a year or so ago, and this is how it looked like. So they've basically kind of rebranded. I absolutely love the new packaging as well. Like, it's so sleek, so simplistic. I didn't make the connection at that point that the foundation was a step up on a foundation that I already had. I don't wear this foundation a lot because the shade that I got was actually darker for me, but then I actually realized that I got the exact same shade in this one, so already I'm anticipating that it looks slightly darker on me, but we'll make it work. When I open the foundation, it has a pump. Yes, to foundations with pumps. I'm gonna basically apply the foundation using 2 tools. On one side I'm going to be using a brush, and the other side I'm going to be using a beauty sponge. And for the brush side, I will be using my Real Techniques Expert face brush, and obviously on the sponge side I'll be using my fave, the Real Techniques beauty sponge. That's how much I'm gonna put on my face. This foundation is flawless, yes, and definitely full coverage. Yeah, I love it. Oh my word. yeah, I'm in love. I love the finish, and it's very lightweight like it says. However, one thing I did sort of pick up when I was actually applying the makeup or the foundation is that it does dry out quite quickly, so you need to move very quickly with this foundation. It's a liquid foundation obviously, but it's not liquidy, so hence I think it was able to really cover me as well as it did with my sponge. I don't know if you guys can see the difference between the side that has not yet been applied and the side that has been applied. Yeah, it looks really impressive. So I'm going to go ahead and apply using a brush on my left side, which is your right side. Okay guys, I'm done applying my left side with the brush, and I will say that it also applies equally well with the brush, so it would be a matter of preference in terms of what you use. It wouldn't really affect the amount of coverage that you get based on whether you use the brush or a sponge, which usually happens if you're using a liquid, highly liquid foundation. Usually you get more coverage with the brush, but with this one I feel like the coverage is pretty much the same. I feel like on camera it doesn't look too bad, but in person I get the feeling that I look very orangey, very like Oompa Loompa like. I look very much Oompa Loompa like. It tends to be very orange and very muddy. And I believe it's the shade, not necessarily the foundation itself. I think it's definitely the shade that I picked, because it does remind me very much of this foundation that I already had used. The same type of issues that I had with this foundation in terms of the shade that I had chosen, I'm experiencing right now. But on camera it doesn't look too bad, but when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I am definitely feeling like I could have gone with, maybe even if it had more of an yellow undertone, it would actually work better. Apart from my, you know, shade issues, the foundation itself is definitely a beautiful foundation. I am gonna go in, you know, for one more layer all over my face with a sponge, but I'll definitely say that it has covered everything at this point in time. It is basically covered. I'm back with a full face of makeup, and I have been wearing the foundation for a few hours now, probably about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and between me actually wearing my makeup to now, I have not powdered, I have not touched up or anything like that apart from my lips. Just kind of share with you guys what I think about the foundation. Firstly, we have the 4 claims that it had, and we're going to run through those claims real quick. We're going to go on with the first claim. Is it lightweight? Yes, definitely it is lightweight. I don't feel cakey at all on my face. I don't feel the cake. Even when you look at my face, you can definitely I mean, you can see I've got foundation on, but it's not looking cakey at all, you know. So definitely lightweight. Does it give me a flawless finish? Yes, and yes. You guys would have seen from my initial application, I was just blown away by the flawlessness of the foundation. Number 3, is it full coverage? Yes, it is. I absolutely loved the coverage that it gave me. It covered everything. Mind you, I don't necessarily have a whole lot of scarring on my face. I do have some imperfections, but I guess as well, depending on how scarred your face looks, it might not be the same level of coverage. But as far as my face is concerned, it definitely gave me full on coverage. Yeah, it lays it on thick, you guys. And yeah, if you like the whole beat face look, like if you are that girl that says I go all the way in or I don't go in at all, then this is the type of foundation that you can look into. If you like a more natural, you know, natural looking, easy foundation, I would definitely recommend the Maybelline Fit Me, because it's definitely more natural looking in comparison to the Fit Me. This one is more like, I'm here, I came to slay. And then finally, full coverage. Now, I'm not going to be doing a wear test. I mean, I've only had it on for 3 hours, so I can't really completely speak on the longevity of the foundation. I can only speak for the 3 hours that I've had it on for, and it's not an adequate amount of time for me to fully give an opinion on that. Just looking at my face, the only thing that like I said, I hadn't yet touched up from the time that I applied my makeup to now, which has been about 3.5 hours. I am still very much matte. It's definitely a matte finish. I think I forgot to mention that. Definitely a matte finish for me, and that's the type of finish that I like in foundations either way. So I'm just winning at this life thing right now, you know. So it's still very matte. I do have a bit of shine peeking through on my forehead, but I'm pretty much still intact. Just trying to check if it transfers, and it literally doesn't transfer as well, which is great. So I do have a bit of like lines on my, like smile lines on here. I definitely struggle with that, and I also tends to have a bit of forehead lines. They are peeking through just a bit, which is quite impressive considering just knowing myself and how much my forehead tends to crease. This is quite impressive. I don't know if it's because of the foundation, but I'm quite happy with what's going on in my forehead right now. I think the biggest thing that I can note is the smile lines, especially on this side. I'm sure you guys can see it. Yeah, definitely I have some smile lines on there. It is literally a first impressions kind of review, considering that I only have worn it today. Oh, the last thing, the shade, I still feel like I should got, I look toasty in this video though. I feel like I look darker than what I normally am. Maybe it's the absence of the sun. I definitely feel like I could go a shade down with this foundation. Who would be suitable for this type of foundation? Definitely if you have oily skin, because it's pretty mattifying. It also reminds me of my Revlon Colourstay foundation for some odd reason. If you do have dry skin, I don't think it will dry you out. Yeah, I definitely don't think it will dry you out, but you would have to try it out to find out if it would work for you. So my final thoughts on the foundation, I absolutely think I love it. If you're looking for a full coverage, flawless finish foundation, this is the one for you. What I will try to do is leave a little bit of an explanation in the description bar below as it pertains to the lasting power of the foundation. Really, between now and when I upload the video, I'll try keep a lookout and just kind of monitor the foundation and see what I feel about it as far as the longevity of the foundation is concerned, and you can find all that information in the description bar below. So yeah, that's it from me, you guys. I hope this video was helpful. More than anything, I really hope it was helpful. Like I said, if you have any questions outside of what I've said in the video and outside of what's in the description bar below, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to answer them. Until then, that's it from me, you guys. I will see you guys on my next video, and until then, bye.